welcome to another episode of The Critics. My name is Tony Gonzalez. Today we are talking about Jurassic Park: The Lost World. Before we continue, do you know which movie both of these actors was in? Find out at the end of the video. Now this is Steven Spielberg's second movie in a follow-up to what was possibly one of the best movies of all time, as I said in my previous video. Just in case you were wondering, I am planning on doing a review of all of the Jurassic Park movies leading up to the new one that's going to be coming out later on this year. But today, we're talking about The Lost World. I have a very mixed emotions when it comes to this movie because certain parts of this movie are really great, and other parts, well, we'll talk about those later. But first, let me start with some of the things I really enjoyed with this movie. I always forget that Vince Vaughn is in this movie. This was really before his career really skyrocketed, and this was before he was very typecast as like the overly hyperactive, witty, talk really fast, make a lot of jokes that don't always land type of role. This is where he was still being somewhat of that from time to time. He has little one-liners, but at the same time, he's also kind of a serious role, and I like him in this. He's actually a really good actor for this movie. I really do think that when it comes to the actual CGI, the CGI in this movie is still really good, which is the trend that was following the original Jurassic Park. In fact, I actually think the CGI in this movie is just a smidge better than the original Jurassic Park. Animatronics were again really good, and I really enjoyed the music once again. Let's talk about a couple of the scenes in this movie that were just really great for me, that I just really enjoyed. At around the middle of the movie, when they are running, trying to get to the base camp, they are camping overnight, and there is a really fantastic scene where the T-Rex pokes his head through the tent of a sleeping Julianne Moore. There is such a heart-beating scene of that. Just that, the animatronics of that, as they just push in on that shot, it's heart-pounding. It really was intense. I really, watching it again, which admittedly I hadn't seen this movie in a really long time until I watched it today, and that scene, it kind of took my breath away a little bit. I also love this scene with the raptors, when you just see them going through the grass and you see all the men around and they just slowly start to pounce on them. To me, that was just a great visual scene. Absolutely terrifying, but a great visual scene. Now let's talk about some of the things that I did not like about this movie. Let's begin. First off, how irresponsible is Julianne Moore's character in this movie? She has zero problem with this little, 12-year-old girl being in this extremely dangerous place. And in the beginning of the movie, she says to Jeff Goldblum that he had been telling her about the stories from what happened that weekend in the original movie for 4 years. 4 years of him telling her all these horror stories about what happened, how he almost died numerous times, how people he had met died, and all these things. And she has zero problem with being there herself, but then for him to show up and to bring his young daughter, who he didn't bring, but she was there. She had zero problem with that. That character annoyed me so much. Jeff Goldblum, he, to me, is what a normal person would be in this situation. He knows what's happening, and he's trying to convince everyone, hey, I'm not crazy. There's a lot of stupidity that's going to happen here. We need to get out of here. This place is dangerous. Let's go. And nobody wants to listen to him. Everyone thinks that he's some kooky, crazy person who is just making all of this up. And they just kind of laugh at him when he's like, nope, we gotta go. And everyone's fascinated. And they just completely ignore him. It blows my mind. It's like, if you know that dinosaurs are real, you know that there are people that were on this initial island. Most of them died, save 5 people. And now they're off the island and they're telling you, don't go anywhere near any place where these dinosaurs are going to be, and you want to go and laugh at the guy who survived it? People are stupid in this movie. They are just stupid. Sarah also bothered me for the sake that she knew, because of a statement that she made towards the end of this movie, that by moving this young T-Rex, that the adult T-Rexes were going to change their defense of not where the baby T-Rex was, but where it is now, and now is going to be defending this whole thing and essentially attack them. She knew this was going to happen. She says later on in the movie, well, by doing this, it's going to have this effect. Why did she move the T-Rex then? It's like she knows the answer, but she's refusing to care. She's just, oh my gosh, she's such an idiot. Another character that annoys me, aside from Julianne Moore's character, Sarah, is Kelly, the daughter of Jeff Goldblum in this movie. She's just so annoying. Just everything she says is so annoying. It goes back to the same trope of multiple people not listening to Jeff Goldblum in this movie, not listening to what he's saying, what he's trying to accomplish. She was just another one. She's all happy-go-lucky about the whole thing until the first time she even hears a dinosaur. Then she starts freaking out like, I want to be home, I want to be home. And she frustrated me through this entire movie because it's like she put herself in that situation. And it's like people in this movie don't have common sense and don't think ahead. So dumb. Oh my goodness. The little girl doing gymnastics. Stupidest thing ever. Kicking a raptor off the side of a... Are you kidding me? You know what would have been great is if she went to kick him and the raptor, because it's staring right at her, just like grabbed her by her leg and threw her down to the ground. That's what she deserves, because that was stupid. Absolutely dumb. Fixing my glasses now. Now, this movie, let me transition here for a moment. If we were to stop the movie at about an hour and 45 minutes, the movie, I would probably give it between a B and a B minus. Not the best movie, not the worst. But then they go to San Diego. First off, going to San Diego just goes against all common sense. Why would you ever bring a dinosaur into San Diego? Now, the person behind this wanted to say, and did say, that, well, when you have a park, you don't bring people to the park, you bring the park to the people. Understandable, but when you have animals that are 30 feet tall, you do not bring them to an urban city. You just don't. And they're known to be dangerous, and they're known to have eaten people. Are you kidding me? Common sense, people. Pay attention. Two of the main characters in this movie literally disappear when they go back to San Diego. Disappear, never to be mentioned again. You have Roland, which was essentially the main antagonist of this movie. He just disappears. No explanation given, what happened to him, anything. He's just gone. The other character is Nick, played by Vince Vaughn. He's in the chopper. He gets them off the island. He's essentially the one that calls and gets them to be picked up. He saves them. But then he's gone. Never seen from again, or heard from again in this movie. They don't even come back to him after it's all said and done and explain why he wasn't there. Nothing. He was a main character of this movie, and then he disappeared for no reason. Really? Who wrote this? The little kid, when he gets up to tell his parents, there's a dinosaur in our backyard, he's so calm about it. He doesn't scream. He doesn't freak out. Like, I know 8-year-olds. They would not be that calm about a dinosaur in their backyard. They would either be overly excited or petrified. Either way, that is a loud child that's going to be talking about a dinosaur in the backyard. And it all culminates with a slow motion dart. Just dumb. It just gets dumb, dumb, dumb. An hour and 45 minutes into this movie, I probably would have gave it a B, B minus. After San Diego, when this movie is said and done, generously, I will give it a C minus. Because this movie got stupid quick. I love Spielberg. I really do. Not his best movie. In fact, I think this is my least favorite Steven Spielberg movie. The man has made some great, fantastic gems. This was not one of them. And if you notice, he did not direct the third or the fourth one. think about that. Thanks for watching, everyone. I know I get on a rant, especially when I'm talking about movies that are horrible, but you'll have to forgive me because they suck. So did you figure it out? Do you know which movie both of these actors were in? Here's the answer. Feel free to like, subscribe, and share this video, or watch another one of my videos. Stay classy, San Diego. Don't get eaten by dinosaurs.